of New York City. Of Donald Trump with just the tiniest penis. We just laughed at that shit. We took selfies in front of that shit. And now he's president. Yeah, that's right. The dude you bullied in school's got a gun now. Is that too dark? That's too much? Because it's going to get way heavier than that. I don't care enough to, I won't pretend to, care in front of you guys. I really want to. I wish I felt things. I'm one of those people who just doesn't give a fuck about things. I don't feel strongly about anything. I don't have a cause that I champion. A lot of you do, and good for you. Good for you. No, seriously, if you have a cause that you champion, good for you. I'm sure your tweets matter. I'm sure, because senators check Twitter, right? I just don't. I'm not that person. I don't feel strongly about anything. I don't like being around people who do. If you have a bumper sticker on your car, just know we could never be friends. You care enough about a thing to fuck up a paint job? That's insane behavior. That's insane. I'm just not that person. I want to be, but I'm just not. I pick causes all the time that I want to care about. I flip through the channels, I watch the news, and I try and pick issues. I try to care about global warming. That was a rough week. That was a lot. Pretending to care about global warming is a lot. That's exhausting. I'm not one of those people. I know it's a real issue and I know it's destroying the earth, but I've been reading a lot about it, and none of the consequences are immediate enough. For me to truly give a fuck about it. I know it's real. I know it's a real thing, but I just don't. We're going to be fine. Our children will be fine. Who are we saving the world for? Our grandchildren? Fuck them. That's right, fuck your grandchildren. Fuck my grandchildren. Who are these hypothetical rugrats I'm supposed to sort paper from plastic for? Fuck them. Let them figure it out. They'll figure it out. They'll grow gills if they have to, or not, or they'll die. I don't give a fuck about your children, is what I'm saying. There's no issue, and I try really hard. I try and care about. I mean, I know global warming's real, but it's not. Is it that dire? Is it though? Yeah? Yeah? Really? What's the problem? You could talk, you guys. I know you got on suits and shit, and it I hope you feel comfortable. Hope everyone feels comfortable. Yeah, what's the problem? Rising rivers? That's all right. It's a little extra water, man. We're good. A little extra water. By the way, I don't conserve water at all. I'm supposed to. They tell me to. I live in LA, And like once a week they tell us that LA's gonna run out of water, and we're not. We're not. We're really not. We're gonna be fine. LA has far too many rich people in it for us to actually run out of water. Like, you think they're gonna let Steven Spielberg run out of water? That's not gonna happen. He thinks of all his ideas in the shower. We're gonna be fine. I go through entire albums in the shower. I don't think about it at all. And I know one of the biggest problems I read about was that we're gonna lose a lot of species, that are endangered right now because of, global warming. And I've read that we're gonna lose the tigers. And cool. As it turns out, we don't really need tigers. We just selfishly like knowing they're there. We're fine without tigers. When was the last time you saw a tiger in real life? What are tigers around for? Like decorations at your aunt's house? We're good. We don't really need tigers. I mean, sure, there'll be a few awkward questions for some of you at a grocery store someday if we lose the tigers, like, Mommy, who's that on the Frosted Flakes box? That's no longer our concern, son. Tony's dead. That's what you'll tell your children. Tony's dead. None of it seems like an issue. Like, none of it. I want to care. I really want to feel strongly about things. I try and support the troops. I do support the troops. I should start this off by saying that I support the troops. I do. I don't know what that means. None of you really know what that means. We say it. I support the troops. That sounds nice. It sounds sweet. But how do you support them? What do you do? I don't know what to do. Like, mostly it's hypothetical situations. I crush it supporting the troops in hypothetical situations. Like, if a troop, like, if I worked at Subway and a troop came in and he ordered like double cheese on a sandwich, I wouldn't charge him an extra 35 cents. I wouldn't. I'd be like, no, you've done enough. Get out of here with that, troop. What are you doing? But in real life, I could do more. I should do more. I want to do more. I mean, would I give up my seat in first class for a troop returning home? No, of course not. That's crazy talk. It's crazy. I'm like, you just flew 15 hours from Afghanistan. You could do another 5 in economy, troop. That's what I would say to the troop, to their face. And that's fucked up. I get it, but I have a little brother who joined the Army Reserves, right? He joined the Army Reserves, and I was really proud of him. I was so proud of him. We all were. Until we realized it made him kind of arrogant. Like a little arrogant. I noticed this. I was back home. We were trying to find a movie to watch together, and I wanted to watch, like, Zero Dark 30, about how we killed bin Laden, because I'd never seen it before. And he shut it down in such an arrogant way. He was like, no, I don't want to watch that movie. It's not accurate. We would have never killed bin Laden like that. To which I responded, first of all, nigga, who the fuck are we? It's like, you're in the pretend army. And then, I guess, really quickly, I'll say the 3 hottest things I said during that argument. Thing number 1, I said, both Zero Dark 30 and the reserves are only based on real-life events. I thought that was pretty good. Then I said you are essentially in a flash mob in camouflage. Right? But that was pretty good, right? That's not bad, right? And then, okay, the third thing I said you're not gonna laugh at. None of you are gonna laugh at it because you good people. I could feel it. You wore suits. You good adults. Bet you guys own stamps and shit. Bet you guys put things on simmer. That's what being a good adult means. But mostly you're gonna forget that in the context of an argument, I thought this was brilliant. Okay? In context. I said, I don't know why you're criticizing that film when more people have died in movie theaters than in the Army Reserves. I like your expressions on that. But that's me trying. I swear to God, I'm trying. That's really the point of all of this shit. I just want you to know I'm really trying. I'm really trying. Like, I'm trying to care and feel things and, like, feel strongly about things. The thing that I care about the most is, like, you know, I care about black issues. I want to be a better black person. I don't know how to be a great black person. I really don't. I want to. God bless you. I'm an okay black person. I'm okay. I'm not the worst. I'm not the best. I'm somewhere in the middle. I wanna like, it's hard. It's hard. Being a great black person, it's a lot of work. It's exhausting being black. It is, you know? Yeah, right? It's a lot of work, right? Every fucking day you wake up and it's an added fucking element. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. I mean, sure, it looks fun. Especially when we're like dancing. Or like flying through the air, dunking to somebody. That shit looks amazing, right? It's a lot of fucking work. But like, it's a burden. Right? It's a fucking burden. You hear with white people. You hear with her? That's a lot of... Explain that to you, Grandma. Right? You're a beautiful woman, but he would have to fucking... Is your grandma alive? She's dead, right? Yeah, that's why I feel like I can date white girls, because my grandma's dead. It was just like, oh, yeah, we're fine. We're fine. There's a lot. If his grandma were alive, you would be a secret. Right? 100%. It's a lot of fucking work, right? Being a fucking black person, god damn it. God damn it. You guys don't know the fucking work. Oh, fuck. My accountant doesn't seem to understand that being the only nigga that made it out is a business expense. It costs a lot of money. No, it's very, very expensive. It costs, like, no, I gotta buy these sneakers because Twana's in jail. It costs a lot of money. That's how I justify things. It's hard. Because especially, like me, I grew up poor. I grew up really poor, and now I buy like all of my life is just me trying to overcompensate for a poor childhood. It's me buying dumb shit to fix a broken childhood. That's all it is. I buy a lot of dumb shit. I buy a lot of shoes, a lot of sneakers. In fact, the next time you see like a young black guy in new shoes, stop and ask him, who hurt you? Ask him what went horribly wrong. I'm telling you, every pair of Jordans comes with a story. Every pair. I buy a lot of stupid shit because I grew up poor. I buy a lot of cereal. I do. I like a lot of cereal. Mostly because we had cereal growing up, but it wasn't the good kind. It was all like bullshit. Like all my cereal came in like a brown box and it said cereal on it. And now I buy like a lot of cereal. Like a lot. Like a lot. You know how much cereal I buy? You would think a teacher once told me, nigga, you'll never have cereal. That's how much cereal I buy. Like I'm rebelling against something. All of it is exhausting. And I want to be a great black person. You want to connect. I want to do more. I want to give back. I try and give back. I don't like donate to like black causes and like I want to give more, but it's hard because mostly, and I'm being very truthful with you guys, is I don't connect with like the names of black causes and organizations sometimes. Cause like the names sound really antiquated. Like I don't want to give to like the United Negro College Fund. I don't know any Negroes. Especially not any United ones. I don't want to give to that. I give so much money to like the send a nigga to school fund. I know a lot of niggas that should go to school. They're smart enough. They're capable. It's just a different school of thought. I want us to be further along than what we are. You know? I really want us to be. And I think that maybe we think differently. You know, it's a different generation of thought, maybe. different values, different things we hold on to. Like, if I'm being honest with you guys, and I really am, like, Jay-Z means way more to me than Martin Luther King. That's true. It's not even close. I'm being real with you guys. It's not even close. I know every Jay-Z lyric. I only know like 4 bars of the I Have a Dream speech. Like, there's something about a mountain in there, right? And then he tells us not to go chasing waterfalls. No, that wasn't him. I'm sorry. I wish Pharrell produced that speech, man. I would know all of that shit. There are a lot of thoughts that just as a black person, like, I'm afraid to share. It's a lot. Okay, look, don't break eye contact with me. I need you right now. I feel really crazy saying this shit out loud in public, and I need you, okay? All right? I saw a group of niggas I didn't know by my car the other day. And I had a decision to make. And you know what I did? I turned around. I went back in Starbucks. I got a hot chocolate. I waited that thing out. I was like, this too shall pass. I was afraid. Why was I afraid? What the fuck? Why would I feel that way? I feel horrible about that. Maybe they were nice. They're probably nice. Maybe we would have bonded, connected, talked about episodes of Martin for like 15 minutes. It could have been amazing. Or maybe not. Maybe they were mean. Maybe they robbed me. Or even worse, trying to sell me a bunch of mixtapes. I don't want your goddamn mixtape. Being black is just part of it. So many things to try and feel. I want to feel, man. I want to care about things, man. I really do. I know I was talking shit about tigers. I want to care about animal rights. I don't. As it turns out, I don't give a fuck about animals. A lot of you do. People, you can feel it. You guys got weird. I'm not gonna harm an animal. I just don't care whether they live or die. Is that unfair? Is that unfair? Yeah? Why? No, it makes sense. No, this is what that means. So, like, if I leave here and, like, on my way home, I hit a squirrel, I'm not gonna stop the car. There's a fucking squirrel. That's what happens to squirrels. Squirrels get hit sometimes. That's their mass shootings. Everybody got shit to deal with. Like, squirrels gotta get hit sometimes. I'm not gonna stop. I don't care. And I tried to care. I really did. I want you to know that. It means a lot to me that you know that I tried really, really hard. I had a dog. I had one. Just so you know, I didn't kill that dog. I know it sounds like I killed the dog. I didn't kill the dog. She retired on her own after 15 fights. She was, I didn't, no, I really tried, and I tried to love that dog. I tried really hard to, like, care about it. I tried to, like, feel something. I let her, like, sleep in the bed with me. I let her lick my face, even though that's disgusting. It is. I know what they say about dogs' mouths being cleaner than ours, but that's just something white people made up to justify their actions, because it's not. It's fucking disgusting. It's really bad. Like, I've never eaten my own shit before. She did that on the reg. She was a disgusting, disgusting beast, and I tried. I named the dog after, like, a dead ex-girlfriend so I wouldn't give her away. Didn't work. I thought it was gonna make me softer and warmer and shit. That's the goal, you know? Just to be nicer and warmer and care about things, and I don't. And I don't know what's gonna do it. I mean, I think I want a girlfriend. Yeah, I do. I mostly want dope Instagram moments. And I know you have to have a girlfriend for that. You do. To really crush it on Instagram, you gotta have a girlfriend. They can't all be selfies. Like, someone should be in the picture sometime. I see a lot of moments constantly where it'd be nice to have a girlfriend. Like, I was walking through a park, and I saw two people, like, on a paddle boat. And I thought, oh, fuck, I want to get on a paddle boat. That looks delightful. But you gotta have a girlfriend first. Gotta have a girlfriend for that. Can't just get on a paddle boat with one of your niggas. You both got on basketball shorts and wife beaters. It's just not a great picture. It just doesn't shut down the gram, is what I'm saying. But I don't have a girlfriend, and I thought about this a lot. I was trying to figure out why. I don't have a girlfriend because I know deep down in my heart I'm an amazing boyfriend. I really am. No, I'm really great at it. I'm a great boyfriend, but I know that being a great boyfriend is exhausting. It is. It's exhausting, and it's a thankless job. There are great boyfriends here tonight who don't get the credit they deserve. And you know how I know? Because I just left room for like a cheap applause break, and no girlfriend in here clapped. I was like, it's a thankless job, and girlfriends looked at their boyfriends like, fuck you. And it was cold. And you're cold bastards, and you should be ashamed of yourself. But it is. To be a great boyfriend is a lot of work. It really is. Like, you're not a human being anymore. You're a boyfriend. You relinquish being a human being. Like, it's 60-40. You're 60% boyfriend, 40% Steve, or whatever the fuck your name used to be. Who gives a fuck? You're not a... Gotta do boyfriend things. You gotta think like a boyfriend. It's a lot of work. Being a great boyfriend means you gotta, like, answer questions you don't have the answer to. You do. Girls ask a lot of questions. A lot of questions that seem really innocent on the surface, but it's like really, it's always deeper than what it sounds like. It always means something more. They sound so sweet. Just questions like, What are you thinking? Nothing really. I got a little hangry. I don't stop there. The questions go deeper, like more existential even. Questions like, what's wrong? I don't know what's wrong. That's why I'm watching the game. Hopefully I forgive my father by halftime. To be a great boyfriend means you gotta text. You gotta, like, not only do you have to, like, respond to text, you also have to send, like, random, unsolicited happy texts. You know, just random 3 p.m. thinking about you when you're not. When you're not at all. It's 3, you're thinking about important shit like a sandwich or ISIS. When you gotta send that shit, it's a lot. Texting girls is a lot. If you don't believe me, just ask a girl how her day went via text. And then sit back and wait for like the 6-paragraph Robert Frost poem that she sends. It's always too much. It's too much information. I can't handle it. Like, I asked a girl how her day was, and she was just like, you know what I learned today? Even at my weakest, I can still find strength in knowing. And all my responses to that shit are so lazy. All my responses are like, oh, word. Oh, that's crazy. Oh, that's crazy you feel that way. That's too much work. And I could do it. We could all do it. I know what I could text a girl at the end of a day. I could text something like, hey, I know it's been a rough day at work, but that place would fall apart without you. And, quite frankly, so would I. Yeah, that's a fucking amazing text, right? That's a great text. Feel free to use that, by the way. That's not just mine, that's all of ours. Thanks for coming out. Thank you, guys. No, that's a great text message. A great text. That text took me 6 hours to write. 6 hours. I could have cured cancer. Instead, one text message. I could have cured it, but I could have started. I could have bought like a lab coat and some beakers and shit. Like some hydrogen peroxide, I'm sure that's in there. One text. That's why I'll never be in a relationship. Because you know what I end up texting girl at the end of the day? You up? It's way easier. It's only like 3 letters depending on how you spell the word you. I'm afraid. I'm afraid. I'm terrified. I'm terrified. I'm terrified of not finding the right girl. And I don't know what that means. We say the right girl. I don't know what that means. I really would like a girl that's like, I don't know, that just like accepts that some people earn the right to cheat. That would be nice. That would be nice. You agree, right? You don't disagree with that. We get it. Let's be adults. Thank you very much. We disagreed on animals, but we're back. You've earned the right, like certain people earn the right to cheat. I think that I don't think you should cheat unless you've earned it. In fact, I think we need to bring integrity back into adultery. Like, I don't think that everybody should just cheat. Earn that shit. You work hard for it. Like, if you get cheated on and the person that cheated on you makes less money than you should fuck their car up. They deserve it. Fuck them. They won't even be they won't be able to afford to get it fixed. They have to like ride around with like a trash bag in the window of a Civic, like a plebe. I'm not shitting on Civics. I'm just saying it's not a first choice car. But if you get cheated on and the person who cheated on you makes more than you, I don't know, just stop and think about it for a few minutes before you do anything crazy. Think about where you've been, how far you've come. Don't fuck their car up. You remember when Tiger Woods got caught cheating on his wife and his wife took a golf club and she fucked his car up? You remember that? How did you feel about that?
He deserved it.
No, but I know you think he deserved it, but it didn't hurt Tiger. Don't clap for that. It didn't hurt Tiger. It didn't do shit for Tiger. You know what Tiger Woods did after his wife fucked his car up? He didn't buy another car. They gave him another car. Because even his adultery was sponsored by Buick. It was amazing. And he earned it. He earned it. It's hard to talk about cheating. I get it. I know no one wants to talk about it. I know it makes people feel weird. We like to ignore it largely as a society. There's a reason fairy tales don't have sequels. Like, really, because it would be too much for any of us to handle. We couldn't handle the sequel to a fairy tale. Cinderella 2 would just start with Cinderella asking the prince, "How come you didn't come home last night?" And the prince just feeling indignant, like, "Bitch, I rescued you from the gutter. All right, you were making dresses with mice when I met you. Never forget that. Don't forget where you came from." Rapunzel 2 would just be Prince Charming fucking every girl in the village while Rapunzel's hair falls out from stress. It would be so dark. Beauty and the Beast, just Belle being like, "You used to be a beast, now you're a monster." I know it sounds fucked up. I get it. I hope you guys understand that love is built on lies. It is. No, it is. That's also the name of my new jazz album. Love is built on lies. It is. We're all smart people, probably, right? I get it. Enough. All of us shouldn't have voted, but whatever. We're smart people, we're adults, and then we get dumb as shit when it comes to love. Really, because we want to believe in like the beautiful version of love. The fairy tale version, the way it's supposed to look and sound and feel, what people's intentions are, why people do the things they do. We don't want to believe the reality of love, so we believe crazy shit. Like, we do. We believe men propose because of love. And that's just not true. That's not why a man proposes to you. In fact, that's not the last emotion a man feels right before he proposes. Love? No. The last emotion a man feels right before he proposes isn't love. It's fuck it. It is. It's fuck it. He starts justifying it in his head. Well, she already moved in. Fuck it. Sure. Fine. These are my wedding vows. Fine. Just say I do so we can eat. Fine. Whatevs. By the way, I think inviting someone to a wedding is one of the rudest things you could possibly do. And we gotta stop doing that altogether. We gotta stop. No one wants to go to your wedding. I don't want to break the news to you while you're wearing wedding clothes, but no one wants to go. Gotta fucking buy a suit and buy you a gift. All to watch you make a decision. That's so silly. You know, marriage isn't an accomplishment. It's a decision. Now I gotta buy clothes and get you a toaster. I always get a toaster. That's my go-to wedding gift. I get a toaster. 4 slice if I believe in the marriage. You know, because you're probably gonna have kids and stuff. And then 2 slice if I think it's gonna fall apart. Because what's a divorced person gonna do without that goddamn toast? But we do believe really crazy shit when it comes to love. This is gonna be maybe a little fucked up. I can't tell how you guys are feeling. We believe our grandparents actually loved each other. Do you think that? Come on, let's be adults about this shit. Come on. That's not why they were together for 50 years. They were together for that long because your grandma didn't have a lot of options. Like, she didn't. She only got married because it was a different time, and she was feeling a lot of pressure, too, because she was about to turn 14, and everybody was like, you gotta get married, Gloria. Like, you ain't nothing without no man, whatever they said to women in the 40s, and she panicked. Saw some dude down the street named John who knew how to fix trucks and was like, yeah, I think I could build a family around that. Fuck it. And that's how we got here. But it wasn't love. Think it was love? No, your grandma dealt with a lot of bullshit. She was married to your grandpa. And who is that dude, really? Do you know him? Do you know your grandpa? Like, as a man, as a husband, do you really know him? I'll tell you who he was. I'm sure, nice guy, sweet guy. I'm sure he kept Werther's Original in his pocket. But as a husband, all of our grandfathers were horrible pieces of shit. All of them. I know that's a lot to deal with, but they all were. Like, they just weren't. Good husband is a new concept. That shit wasn't created till like the mid-'80s when Family Ties came out. That's some new shit. Like, your grandpa wasn't a good husband. At best, he was emotionally distant. That's the best grandpa husband you get. One that shuts down, he doesn't want to talk about things, ignores family issues, pretends the uncle isn't gay. A real TV-heavy grandpa. That's the best version of it. At worst, and this is going to sound dark, but fuck it, listen. He probably hit your grandma. I know, don't cover your mouth, it's fine. But probably, maybe not, but yeah. Because again, it was a different time, and he was in a war. And I don't know, just one Thanksgiving, man. Something about the cranberry sauce. Just triggered this flashback. And he yelled Charlie and punched the grandma in the face, and it was dark. And it was dark. It's a blemish on your family record, but she dealt with it. Because that's what grandmas were. They were strong back then. Like, my grandma wasn't really that happy, but I didn't want to see that. I didn't want to see the truth of how she was feeling, so I would just make up things in my head, you know? I would just make up feelings for her. I'd see her and be like, oh, look, there's grandma knitting. Because she loves to knit. Not because it's the only way I know how to move time forward. Because that's dark, right? You don't want to think about grandma like that. That's too fucked up. And I'd be like, oh, look, there's grandma baking cookies. Because she has a great recipe. Not because without these cookies, I have no identity. Merely John's wife. I'm sure not your grandma. But that's part of love, man. That's why I really just want a girl that gets it, that accepts the realities of love, the realities of. And also, when we're talking about cheating, and I want to make this clear, I don't mean it to sound sexist. You know, I think that men earn the right to cheat. I think women earn the right to cheat. If you're a girl who makes way more than your guy, please, what are you waiting for? What are you doing? Go out there and cheat. Life is short. What are you doing? I think about this all the time. Like, if I were married to Beyonce right now, in my current financial state, and I heard these rumors that Beyonce were cheating on me, right? And then finally, one morning over breakfast, I actually built up enough courage to confront Beyonce about it. And we're sitting at the table. She was across from me. I was a little nervous. Took a sip of my coffee. It's like, hey, Beyonce. Look, I know I'm going to sound crazy even bringing this up. I don't want to bring it up, but I just got to. That's right, you say you're going to ask her, just ask her. Look, Beyonce, Are you cheating on me? And then even if Beyonce, not giving a fuck about my feelings, like not caring how a response affected me inside, just looked me dead in my eyes and was like, yeah, I'm cheating on you. Then she ate a fistful of eggs like a monster. Like a goddamn monster. And it really broke my heart. And it really tore me up inside. You know what I'd do? You know how I'd handle that? I'd vacuum and shut the fuck up. It's like Beyonce bought me a Lexus. You know how hard it is to get a new Lexus? I think about this a lot, like the things that we should deal with. Beyonce could hit me. Like, seriously, I'd just be wearing sunglasses to brunch. Like, oh, let me guess, Jerrod, you ran into another door. Like, look, man, she's going through a lot. She's on tour right now. She's got to dance. She's got to fucking... Fire comes up beside her. She's got to remember where the fire is. She's going through a lot. I'm not the best husband, okay? Trying to think of what else I will let Beyonce get away with. Beyonce could fight my mom once. Like one for real fist fight where she like kicked my mom's ass. And my phone call to my mom would be like, yeah, but she redid your kitchen, Ma. Let's see the big picture here. What are we doing? What are we... What am I rebelling against? Like, why does the idea of, like, love and relationships and things sound so foreign and so fucked up to me? I don't know. I don't know what do I actually believe in? This may be divisive. But I, for one, believe that life begins at plan B. Really, like you haven't lived until you've seen a girl you barely trust swallow a plan B pill. Really. There is no greater joy on earth. There's no better feeling I could describe to you. It's euphoric. It's amazing. It's amazing. Like, the closest feeling to it, ironically enough, is having a child. Like, that's the closest feeling to watching a girl just swallow the pill finally and then drink a glass of water and the water wash away the fears of tomorrow. It's amazing. It's amazing. Oh my God, it's amazing. Not having a kid is way better than having a kid. Way better. And if you disagree, it's because you probably got kids. And good for you, really. I mean that. I'm sure your kid is just the best. Just the greatest, your little miracle. Congratulations on your little miracle. That's what our friends call their kids miracles. You know what the difference between a miracle and a mistake is? 2 trimesters. That's the difference. It's like, oh, it's too late to do something about this. Oh, look at this blessing God has blessed us with. This little blessing of ours. I would like to be one parent that speaks honestly about their kid. One parent that speaks about their kid without using words like gifted or advanced. That just talks about how the kid's doing in school, how the kid's doing in life without you. Like, just, there's like, look, this is my son. He's in the 5th grade. And he reads like a fucking 5th grader. What do you want from us? What are you looking for, the next president? He may as well mosey along to the next house. I'm just raising a regular dude. At best, we hope he doesn't murder anybody. Just one parent that talks like that. Then maybe I would stop rebelling against it. Maybe not. I don't know. I think that being a parent is exhausting. It's a lot of work. I really think that being a parent is essentially a 12-year investigation into making sure your kid wasn't molested. Yeah, no, I get it. Sounds heavy, but it is what it is. I really think that. Like, because kids say a lot of things that make you nervous. You know, they allude to things. You just want to keep them safe. They say things. I have a nephew who does this all the time. Like, I was back home, and all my nephew said was, people say weird stuff in the bathroom sometimes. That shut dinner down. Okay? We spent the next 4 hours being like, what people, what bathroom, did anybody touch your dick? It was exhausting. That's what being a parent is. Why are we still doing that shit? Why are we still having kids, man? What are we doing? Some weird Game of Thrones legacy shit? If you don't agree that not having a kid is way better than having a kid, it's because you never watched Maury. Because if you've seen at least one episode of Maury, you know that when a man is told he's not the father, he dances. Do you hear what I'm saying to you? He dances. Do you know how happy you have to be to dance in a crying baby's face? The happiest. You have to be so happy. I don't think I would dance. Like, if I were told I was not the father of Mari, I don't think I would dance. I think I would practice more restraint. I'd just give one of those Tiger Woods victory. You know, like, like when OJ won, just like a little. I'm pro-choice, man. I'm really pro-choice, though. Like, perhaps too pro-choice. Like, it's not really an option. I don't force anything, obviously, but I strongly suggest. I'm one of those guys. I really suggest them. She's like, hey, I think I'm pregnant. And I'm like, all right, well, we're going to take care of that, right? Like one of those. Just so we're clear about take care of, I mean get an abortion and actually raise the child. You got it. I don't even call it, I don't even call it that anymore. I think the labels are mixed up. I think that getting an abortion should be called being pro-life. Because it just depends on whose life we're talking about. Talking about my life? Yeah, I'm pro living my life, doing what I want to do. No babysitter, I'm into that. I try and make it sound cute, though. Like a really important thing that I've learned, an important life lesson that I want to share with you guys is that if you're going to ask a woman to get an abortion, if you're going to do it, if the situation calls for it, you gotta make that shit sound adorable. Like you do. When you ask, you can't even use your regular voice. Oh, go get an abortion. That's too abrasive. That makes water shaking glass like in Jurassic Park. You gotta make it sound fun. You gotta make it sound like a fun activity that the two of you are gonna do together on a Saturday. Like you gotta make it sound delightful. Like she's like, hey, I think I'm pregnant. You gotta go, all right, well, tomorrow morning we'll just go down to the doctor and boop, boop, be-doop. Like that type of shit. Like that's how you act. You gotta make it sound, you gotta use baby talk. Am I gonna find love? I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. God damn it. That's a fear. I realize I got a lot of fears. A lot of things I'm terrified of. I'm afraid of going bald before I fuck Rihanna. That's a big fear. I think about that a lot. I'm not going bald, but I also haven't slept with Rihanna yet, and it's like this race. And that's not even the top 3. That's like my number 4 fear. Like my number 3 fear is the cough of an immigrant. And then my number 2 fear is ISIS. I think about ISIS a lot. I'm afraid of ISIS. You guys seem fine. You guys are so brave. Look at you. You don't think about ISIS? You never consider it? I'm terrified of ISIS. I think about them a lot. Like in all of my plans, I think about ISIS. I think about going to a place that's like shoot-upable. Like anytime I leave my home, I have to think about where I'm going. I only go to places ISIS approves of. Really, like I got invited to a lesbian wedding. And I really wanted to go. I really did. I couldn't. Just kept staring at the invitation thinking, ISIS isn't gonna like this. You know what I mean? Like I could hear the news story. I could see the yellow tape. It made me nervous. Only go to places ISIS approves of. It dictates all of my thoughts and all of my actions and decisions. Like, this girl thought we were going to go to the movies at 8 p.m. on a Friday night. I was like, what are you, crazy? That's just when ISIS thinks I go to the movies. So I will see you at 11 a.m. Monday morning where it's safe. But that's like not even my number one fear. How do I say this? My number one fear is I'm afraid of rape accusations. I really am. I've been avoiding them by doing this thing where I just don't rape anybody. And it's doing great. No, thank you. I appreciate it. I mean, thank you for clapping. It's going great for now. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. For now, I'm afraid of the accusation. I'm not going to rape anybody. I'm just afraid of the accusation. Perhaps it's irrational. I get that it's irrational, but I'm just afraid of there being some sort of